Hello, my name is Jesper, and I'm here to talk about GraphoGame, an early literacy game made by scientists in multiple different languages. GraphoGame is an evidence-based app for learning the fundamentals of reading in multiple different languages. In different languages, this can be called something different, but in English, this is called phonics and decoding. It is the child's ability to recognize a pattern of letters and know exactly how it's pronounced, whether they understand what the word means or not. So GraphoGame is different from almost all literacy games because it's actually based on neuroscience research and has been validated in multiple randomized controlled trials around the world. The picture here you see in the middle of your screen with the child was actually from one of our research projects. This is how GraphoGame was born, through understanding the optimal ways that a child learns literacy, whether they have dyslexia or not. GraphoGame works completely offline. Once it's on your device, it can be on your phone, your PC, whatever it may be. After you have it, you do not need to have an active online connection, and it can be played in remote locations as well. It's compatible with Android, iOS, and Windows, so it covers pretty much most of the smartphones and computers in the world at the moment. And although GraphoGame was originally created to support children with dyslexia and learning differences, it is now effective with all children in early primary. So that ranges often from ages 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mentioned that we are evidence-based. Well, GraphoGame has about 300 publications out there, peer-reviewed publications mentioning GraphoGame as in the research methodology, and we have 17 master's or PhD level thesis papers that use GraphoGame as a core element of their methodology. So we come from a strong background and pedigree of research and proving that our apps actually work rather than just saying that they work. To give you an example of how this evidence base is formed, we worked with the neuroscientists at the University of Cambridge Centre for Neuroscience in Education to create the British English phonics game that is now called GraphoGame Kids Learn to Read, which is available on Apple App Store, Google Play Store, and the Microsoft Store. Our research partners helped design the research setting, as well as help with making the game more effective based on their know-how and best practices. They set up a study involving 400 children in Cambridgeshire and 15 different schools. And this showed that GraphoGame was as effective as a teacher in teaching early grade literacy to a group of children. So we're not trying to prove that our game is better than teachers. We're just trying to show that what our game can do is as good as a teacher if necessary. And most of the world doesn't have enough teachers to support literacy learning around the world. And illiteracy is still a huge, wicked problem in our societies today. University of Cambridge summarized perfectly what we're trying to achieve. And this is from their website, and I'll read it out. The app GraphoGame has been shown to be as effective as one-to-one teacher support, but any number of children can be playing at the same time. And to take this back to COVID, we talk about the COVID slide in literacy. We often know in literacy learning circles that the summer holidays tend to negatively affect a child's ability to retain knowledge of what they've learned right before going to on their summer holidays. And once they come back, they've gone backwards a bit. Well, this is going to be even worse with the disruption caused by COVID to schools and to parents, and for children working at home, studying at home, it's expected that literacy attainment will be slowed down by these times. And this is why GraphoGame is so great in countering this slide in literacy that COVID causes, is that GraphoGame can be played at home with minimal supervision. And it teaches the basics of reading that are required by all children and all school systems in the world so that they can read future content. And teachers might not be able to instruct parents as to how to do this. So instead, we urge parents to have these apps that help them teach their children literacy without having to worry about correct pedagogies themselves. So GraphoGame is available for British English, American English, Chinese Pinyin, Spanish, Finnish, Dutch, Norwegian, and French. And it's available on Apple App Store, Microsoft Store, and Google Play Store. And I'll finish this off with a short trailer of the game so you see it in action.
Ing, ing, thing, sing, let,